Hello, welcome back. Happy Saturday. My name is Tianna Christine, and today we're going to do a nice yoga flow. We're going to focus on that center part of our body and strengthening the back as well. So let's go ahead and get started with our practice. Get everything you need. We need some yoga blocks today. Go ahead and grab those. If you have any wrist pain, I want you to modify. So we're going to make sure that we're protecting our wrists. We are going to do a little bit of a warm-up on our wrists to make sure that we're keeping them extra protected. So keep that in mind. Now normally I am live, but it is summertime and I am happening to be in transit, so I can't be with you live. But remember, I am always here every Saturday, 8:30 Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Eastern that is, and I make sure that you have a class regardless. So definitely check the chat. I'm in the chat, so that way you get your intention word, and maybe if you'd like to know what's going on and figure out where I am in the world, you can also check out my social media. You'll be able to see that. I'm gonna also post something in YouTube as well, just saying hello, because I am missing you live, but I want to be here in spirit. So get everything you need. We're going to get started. Again, grab your blocks, and then also if there's any knee pain, go ahead and grab something for your knees as well. If you don't have a block, I want you to just go ahead and grab something that's going to be like a block, but something that's going to be comfortable, something that you can hold on to. Because again, I told you, we're going to do a little bit of core work today. Now, we're not engaging our cores. We're not going to, think about just strengthening the muscle around this midsection, okay? So it is going to be a little bit of that. I don't want you to engage, because sometimes we say engage and we don't really know what that means. So we may be doing it a little bit wrong. So I don't want you to really engage here. There's a lot of different nerve endings, pelvic health. We can get into all of that in another video, but I just want to make sure that we're talking about keeping our midsection nice and strong, okay? So grab your block, grab something that is like a block that you can grab. So maybe even if you have a ball or something like that, that you can grab something that you can hold on to. Now the test is to be able to know if you can hold on to it with your feet. So if you can grab it with your feet and then maybe you can give it to yourself here, then you're good to go. So that's just a preview of what's to come. Again, if you want something for your knees, I will go ahead and grab something for your knees as well. So let's get started. Let's get nice and grounded here. Get ourselves comfortable. One, we woke up this morning, so give thanks for that. And two, I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your morning. So let's just take a deep breath in through the nose, breathe in. Exhale, open mouth, let it all out. And as we just sit here grounding ourselves, getting ourselves nice and comfortable, we turn our attention, our awareness to exactly this place. Maybe you have your own special intention, or maybe you got the intention from the chat. And just settling in on what exactly that means for you. With every exhale, just allowing your shoulders to relax. I want you to think about your midsection here. Release the tension, let everything get soft. And as you let your midsection get soft, your hips, the muscles here, everything relax. Knees are soft, toes uncurled. I want you to feel your sit bones. Feel the earth underneath of you. Give yourself permission to just sit here and enjoy this moment of stillness. Maybe it may not be so quiet where you are. but the quiet comes from within. We have that ability to almost just turn the volume down. So just allow your mind to just settle. We have so many things that's going on in our head, especially when we first rise. But we want to fill our head with good, positive energy to get us ready for our day. So we're going to begin to take our neck around in circles. So taking the chin, coming down towards the center, over towards the side, bring the chin up towards the ceiling, and take it down. Making nice circles here, nice and slow circles. Just really allowing your body that opportunity to just feel every stretch, every part. We're going to pause. We're going to go the opposite way. And we really don't feel like when we bring our chin up towards the ceiling and we give ourselves that stretch, the thyroid muscles are coming into play, our thyroid glands, our neck, because we're so used to looking down, we don't really look up. So that's helpful as well. Taking a pause, bringing your chin down towards the chest, taking your shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, bring them down and back. Inhale, take them back up. Exhale, take them down and back. We're gonna roll the shoulders back. Oh, that feels great to me, especially when you're first waking up. And then the other way. And release. We're going to bring those arms up overhead. Let's bring the hands to touch. We're going to interlace our fingers, bring them down in front of us. Start to roll out our wrists, making our almost infinity, like figure eights. Infinite loops, infinity and beyond. Keep making your figure eights. So we're getting our wrists ready. We are going to do a little bit of work on our wrists. So we want to get them nice and worked out. And then pause, go the opposite way. So allowing your wrists to snap, crackle, pop. And if there's any wrist pain, carpal tunnel, anything like that, you can always make a fist when we take our hands down and maybe spread our hands out. Maybe making a fist, maybe coming down onto your forearms. And when we get there, I will cue some modifications because we want to protect our wrists. So again, we're going to do some extra work on our wrists. So we're going to take our hands, bring them out in front of us, give them a little shake. And then we're going to close and open. Close and open. And let's do that fast 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more for good measure. And roll the wrist around again. So making circles. This feels really good just to get the wrist warmed up. And you can even do these before we start our practice, before you get started with your day, and then go the opposite direction. All right. And release, shake your hands out as if they were wet. All right, we're gonna start to just bring some stretches on our side. So take that right hand down, sweep the left arm over, gaze up. Side stretch here. Other side. Just opening up our bodies, getting our bodies ready. And other side again. And over to the opposite side. This is the last one. Take your hands up to a T. We're going to turn towards our right. We're going to frame our body with our hands. Look behind you. Now if your shoulders are up, go ahead and drop your shoulders. And take it back, come back to center. And take it over to the opposite side. Again, remembering to continue to look behind you. And bring it back up. Now on that exhale, I want you to go ahead and grab your block. Exhale, we're going to come down. Now you can point the block down if you don't want to go all the way down. Point the block down. Stay here. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, point the block down. Inhale, bring it back up. Now again, you can always take it a little bit deeper. Take the block out the long way. Take it down. That's going to bring your body down a little bit deeper into the stretch. And bring it back up. We're keeping our shoulders even here. And you can always take it flat. Take it down again. Now that block is flat on the ground. Bring it all the way down. Take it back up. We're going to do 2 more wherever you are. Keep going down. And take it back up. Last one. Go ahead and bring it down. And take it back up. We're going to take that block into our hand. Go ahead and bring it over to the side. Coming over to your tabletop position. Now again, with our tabletop, if it's too much on your wrist, you don't have to bring your hands down here. All right, so just notice where your wrists are today and modify. Again, you can always use a block and place your hands here on the side, and that may also help you as well with your wrists. Okay, turn the bed down just a little bit. So I'm gonna first cue with the block just to kind of show you how that would look. So you can rather take your hands here, you can grab this way, you can grab over to the side, or if you don't have a block, you can go ahead and make fists here. So whichever one feels comfortable. So I'm gonna go ahead and inhale, lower the belly, take the gaze up. Exhale, arch the spine, tuck the tailbone, chin the chest. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, arch it in. Now remember, our knees are stacked right over our hips. We're gonna stack those wrists right over the hips, right over the shoulders, not the hips. Keep going. We got 2 more. At your own breath. And last one. Coming back to neutral. We're gonna go ahead and place the hands down. We're not gonna weight bear, but we're gonna make our circles. So we're moving our hips, moving our shoulders. You can go ahead and also stretch out your wrists some more and getting a little bit of weight bearing here, not much, as we move our bodies. So it's a little bit more difficult to do this with a fist, but you can do this holding on to the block. So whatever feels good to you. Again, listen to your body. Pause, opposite way. All right, go ahead and come back to the top. Recenter your body if you're not already, and go ahead and bring that block in if you're on a block. We want to stack it again right up underneath of the shoulders. We're going to take that right foot, bring it out. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch my right foot out, keeping that hip down, keeping the gaze down between my hands. And I'm going to take it back in, give my hips a rock from left to right. Other side, take it out. Again, keeping the hips down. Stretching out the calf, the Achilles, and take it back in. Give the hips a rock from left to right. All right, here's where we're gonna start our sequence. Now, we're doing a little bit of that midsection work. It's summertime, so we want to get ourselves a little bit more engaged here. Now, if you like to stay on the block, you can. If not, you can join me here, bringing your hands down. And again, if there's any wrist issues and you'd like to take your hands down, go ahead and bring them out to the side. That's going to alleviate a lot of that pressure directly on the wrist if you take the hands out to the side. So again, we're going to come back to that right knee. So go ahead and extend the right foot out. So extend the right foot out. We're going to hover it here, bringing that foot in the foot towards the ground, and that hip is going to be nice and square. So again, you're engaging the glute, you're engaging the leg here. We're going to bring it in, arch the spine, knee comes towards the nose, take it back out. Take it in. Back out. And bring it in. Take it out. 2 more, bring it in. Bring it out. Last one, bring it in. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Rock from left to right. Now I want you to go ahead and take your knees out nice and wide. Child's pose here. You can always come to this child's pose. You can extend your hands out in front of you. Take your forehead down. Allow your body to just come to a position of rest. And we're going to go ahead and get set up for the next side. So bring the hands back up. Bring the knees to stack right back underneath of the hips. So again, get yourself comfortable here. You can always bring out the hands and extend them out. So we're going to go with the opposite leg. So extend the leg out, let it hover. Bring it in. Knee to nose. Let it hover. Bring it in. And out. Hug it in. Bring it out. Hug it in. We have 3 more. Extend it out. Chin to chest, knee to nose. Bring it out. And take it in. And out. Last one. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, give yourself a rock. Let's push back to the child's pose. Extend the hands out in front. Take a moment, come back to your breath. As we walk our hands over to one side towards the top corner of our mat, we're going to bring that opposite hand over, stack it right on top. This is a side stretch in our body. And over to the opposite side. Again, stacking your opposite hand on top. Back to center. Bringing the gaze towards the hands as we come back up towards our tabletop position. I want you to tuck your toes underneath of you. Push back, toe stretch here. Stretching out our toes, maybe giving your body a rock. And then I want you to look back at your toes. Notice if that pinky toe is still tucked or if it's got a nice curl to it. So look on both sides. If it's not, go ahead and bring that pinky toe out. Feel a little stretch here. Taking that gaze towards the hands. If you have a block, go ahead and move it over to the side. We're going to come to our first downward facing dog. This is our first one. Go ahead and pedal your feet. Now don't be worried if your feet don't touch the ground. It's okay. Move your hips, bringing one heel down at a time. Now if your one heel comes down and it doesn't quite reach the ground, you can always bring your feet in just a little bit. Keep going, pressing away with your fingertips. And then let's go ahead and settle the heels down towards the ground. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Slight bend into the knees. Walk the gaze up towards the belly. I want you to take 3 deep breaths here. Allow your shoulders that opportunity to be soft. We're shifting the weight back. We're feeling the stretch on the back of the legs. Hollowing out our bellies. And on that next exhale, as we walk the hands back towards our body, towards the back of the mat. Bend into the knees. Belly on the thigh. Giving yourself a slight rock from left to right. So this is a really great stretch all towards the back of the legs, the hamstrings. If your hamstrings are a little tight today, giving them a lot of love, but just rocking from left to right. Releasing your head down. I want you to take one more breath of this and bring it to center and stillness. We're going to press into the feet as we slowly lift ourselves all the way up. Nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Our head's going to come up last. Bring those arms up overhead. Slight back bend here. And on that exhale, we bring our hands down. All right, we're grooving now. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves to the top of the mat. So we're gonna do some sun salutations just to warm up our body. So again, taking yourself to the front of your mat, give yourself enough room for your hands to come down and for your body to come down. So bringing those feet together or maybe hip distance for balance, hands off to the side in our mountain pose, our gaze, our drishti point is forward. On that inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a flat back. Plant the hands, step back as we flow through. Our flow, we come down for our chaturanga. We lower ourselves down, elbows in, press up for upward facing dog, and then we press back to our downward facing dog. You don't want to do that flow, just push back to your downward facing dog. We all meet here. Taking 2 breaths. And then walking to a forward fold. Forward fold can be at the front or back of the mat, whatever's comfortable to you. And on that inhale, slowly bringing yourself all the way up to a standing position. Arms come up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands down. If you're at the back of the mat, you can walk up towards the front. Meet me here. And that's our sun salutation. We're going to do 3 more of those. So we can really get into it, get our bodies warm. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back. Plant the hands, step back, blow it out. Again, we meet in downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths. Pressing away with the fingertips. This is how we get the full benefit of our stretch. Forward fold. And on that inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back, let's flow it out. Take 3 breaths. And remember, imagine yourself being in an upside down V. Bringing your hips towards the heels. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Last one, forward fold. Flat back. Plant the hands, step back. We flow it out. I want you to take 3 breaths here. 1 more breath. Forward fold. Now we're going to stay in our forward fold here, keeping a slight bend into the knees, really feeling our bodies here, shifting the weight into the balls of our feet. We're going to bend our knees, have a seat in our chair. You can interlace the thumbs, have the hands together. You can even take the feet and the knees together, take that pressure off, shift the weight into the heels. Breathe, maybe squat down just a little bit deeper. And on that exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sit in your chair. All right, we're gonna do 4 more of these. You got this, you got this. Forward fold. Bend the knees, sit in the chair. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sit in your chair. 2 more, forward fold. Bend your knees, have a seat. And last one, forward fold. And chair pose here. Last one. We hold, squat down. You got this. Take those hands to heart center. We cross over, elbow to the opposite thigh. Cross it over, gaze up. Coming back to center, other side. You got this. And coming back to our chair pose. Bringing those arms up overhead. And on that exhale, we stand. Whew. Who's warm? I think we got our bodies warm now, right? All right, let's go ahead and step ourselves out to the side. Go ahead and just bend the knees. We're gonna have our heels in, our toes out. Just bend, bend. All right. Now let's go towards the back of our mat. So we're gonna turn that right toe towards the back of the mat. We're gonna turn that front foot, the one that's the opposite foot, left one, opposite, whichever one. We're gonna turn that in about 45 degrees. We're gonna take our hands out to a T. Nice straight legs here. So if you wanna get a little bit wider in your stance, you can always bring that foot forward. We're gonna lean forward towards the back. Drop in that front hand, gaze up. So this is our triangle pose. We want to imagine if you were looking from that side, we would be in a straight line. So our head, our hand, everything is nice and straight. Our hip, everything is straight. From heel to heel, straight line. Gaze up. Now you can always take a block and take the block here. You can take the block to the inside, whichever one is comfortable. But remember, you can always take that hand to the shin. You always have that as leverage. On that inhale, we're going to move the block over to the side. If you do have the block, come back up. Turning that right toe, bring it in. We're going to go the opposite way. So that opposite foot is now going to turn out. So again, we're in our triangle pose on the opposite side. Keeping that front knee straight, we hinge forward. Dropping the hand, take the gaze up and breathe. Again, think of a straight line. So we want to think of linear poses here. Imagine those shoulders are stacking on top of each other. Our gaze is up. If that gaze doesn't quite go up, go ahead and look over towards that underarm. Whatever's comfortable for your neck. You listen to your body. Keep gazing wherever you're gazing. I want you to get comfortable here with the breath. And on that next inhale, as we bring ourselves back to center, come back to that T. We're going to take the toes, bring them forward. We're now both toes are forward. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, bend the knees. We're going to hinge forward. Bring it down, wide forward fold, bending the knee. Taking the head down. You have a block. You can always use your block. You can place your hands on the block. Maybe place your forehead on the block. So wherever you are, get comfortable here. We're going to take a series of breaths. This is helping the back of our legs. Maybe you notice, maybe you can get a little bit lower. Keep breathing. We're going to take 3 more cycles of breath. Again, we want to get the full benefit of this stretch. And when you're ready, slowly begin to bring yourself up. If you have the block, go ahead and move it towards the side. We're going to bring our hands up overhead. Slight back bend here. Exhale, bring those hands down. Now you can heel toe the feet in, or you can bend the knees and jump it to center. All right, come to the front of your mat. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a flat back. Plant your hands. Let's come back to our downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. I'm going to take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, go ahead and drop your knees, coming down toward your belly. I want you to come all the way down. All the way down onto your belly. If you have your block, go ahead and move that off to the side. We're going to take our cheek down onto the mat. Just give yourself a moment here, rock your hips. Now taking the tops of the feet, just go ahead and tap the tops of the feet on your mat. And bend both knees in. Lower down, but let it hover. Bring it back in. Lower down, let it hover. Bring it in. Lower it down. Bring it in. lower down. All right, so we've done this a couple times. Do we think we can spice it up a little bit? Maybe add a block in between our feet and hold on to it. All right, so let's add that block in between our feet. We lower down, let it hover, bring it in, hug it in. Lower down, bring it in, lower down, hug it in. 3 more at your own pace. Bring it in, lower down, and 2 more, lower down, last one, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's see if we can activate our back. So we're going to bring our shoulders back, our elbows in towards our ribs. Our hands are going to be down. This is almost like our Sphinx pose. And we're going to take our feet, keeping that block in between our feet, and we're going to begin to pulse the feet up and up, 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 and up, 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 2, and 1, and relax. Cheek on the mat. Lower the feet down. Just take a moment and breathe. You got this. All right. We're going to reach up. We're going to go ahead and grab that block from out of our feet. We're going to bring ourselves up, coming onto your knees. Bring yourself around. So I want you to come around, come onto your back. Keep the block handy. Go ahead and lower yourself down. Now, we're on our back. Go ahead and walk your feet in towards your glutes. I want you to take your block, place it in between your knees. So we have our knees about hip distance here. Whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to take those arms up overhead and just allow them to relax behind us. Have them on the ground. Just overhead, release your shoulders. Keep breathing. Now I want you to hug your knees in towards your chest. So if the block is high, just go ahead and bring it down a little bit to where the block is in line with your thighs. Hug the knees into the chest. So we're not using our hands, we're just using our lower body. Again, squeezing the block. Lower the feet down, but don't let the feet touch. Bring it in, hug the knees into the chest. Lower down, let it hover. Hug the knees into the chest. Lower down and hover. Hug the knees into the chest. You can point the toes. Lower and hug it in. And lower. We've got one more. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in with your hands. Give it a rock. Oh, that feels good on the lower back. Especially with the reverse we did, bringing those knees up. That was strengthening our back as well as our quads, right? All right, let's take the block. Let's now bring it in between our feet. All right, so we bring it in between our feet. Go ahead and bring your feet up towards the ceiling. Again, we're still holding on to that block. So we have to make sure that we're holding on to that block, right? So we're engaging those legs. Now that's in turn engaging here and stimulating the core. But we're not holding the core here. We're holding our feet, so keep that in mind. So I want you to bring those arms up overhead. And if you guessed it, we are going to pass the block from our hands to our feet, all right? So I want you to bring the arms up. Go ahead and grab the block, and you can bring it off to the side like this. Take the arms and the legs out. Bring it in. Hug it. Take the feet down with the block. Bring it up. And reverse. And hug it in. There we go. So you're going to keep this flow going as fast or slow as you can do it. I want you to keep going, keep moving. Even if you don't have a block, you can always just move your body like this, right? We got 5 more. Yes, I said 5. Keep going. And 4. Keep going. That's 3. Keep going. And 2. Now is your body getting warm? Because mine definitely is. Did I say that's 2? I can't remember. All right, bring it up and hold here at the top. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Hug it in. Give it a rock. Very nice. All right, let's take our block back in between our feet. But we're not going to pass it through. And just go ahead and make it the long way. We hug the block with our feet. Let's go ahead and extend the foot out in front, overhead. Hug it in. Extend it out. Hug it in. Now lower back is on the mat as much as possible. Keep going. Hug it in. Extend it out. Hug it in. Extend it out. Hug it in. 3 more. And bring it in. Extend. Hug it in. Extend. We're going to hold here for 5, 4. Shoulders relax. 3, 2, and 1. Let's make circles. Circles in the ceiling. We're really engaging the legs here, making our circles. You can place the hands down. You can make it wide if you'd like to hold on. Keep going. You got this. Let's pause. Go the opposite way with our circles. You got this. Oh, that feels good. And go ahead and pause at the top. Bring the knees in. Grab the block. Place it over to the side. Give it a rock from left to right. Oh, that feels great. We're going to extend out one leg, hugging in the other. Doesn't matter which one. We are going to do both. Release the shoulders. Here we're just giving our body a stretch. So that leg that's down, we're going to lower it all the way down to the ground as we hug that opposite leg in. And I want you to cross over that bent knee. Cross that bent knee all the way over the body. Go ahead and bring that back hand out towards a T. Taking the gaze back towards that back hand. Oh, give yourself that opportunity to relax here. Feeling the stretch. Allowing your shoulders, your back, everything that opportunity to open up. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring the knee back to center. Come back onto your back. Oh. Give it a gentle rock. And then let's go ahead and swap it out. So bring the opposite leg in, lower the other one all the way down. Hug it in. We'll just hold here for a second, remembering to breathe. And again, crossing our knee over our body. Taking that back hand, gaze back towards the back hand. Now that hand can come onto your thigh, as long as it's not your knee. This is a great stretch for your lower back. Gonna feel those side obliques and everything get a little stretch. Maybe even your neck. Melt your shoulders, unclench your jaw. And on that next inhale, go ahead and bring your knees back into your chest. Give it a rock from left to right. And we're gonna hug both knees in, so take that leg that's down, hug both knees in towards the chest. Go ahead and make little circles with your knees. Moving your knees around. We're getting all the kinks out of our lower back. So you're welcome to use your hands, or maybe even if you'd like to take your hands free, you can do that as well. So try to keep the knees together. So if you're not using your hands, try to keep your knees together. And then we're going to pause, go the opposite way. Keep going. Taking those feet to a 90-90 position. So 90 degrees from the hips to the knees, and then the feet are 90 degrees from the feet to the knee, all right? So 90-90. All right. I want you to go ahead and point the toes. We're gonna tap one toe down and take it back up. And point the toe down and take it up. And tap and up. Tap, up. 3 more on each side. Tap, up, tap, and 2. Other side. Last one. And the last one on this side. Hold in your 90-90 position. We're gonna grab our block here. We're gonna bring the block over to one side and then over to the opposite side, over again and over. Maybe if you'd like to bring your head up, you can do that as well. Just bringing it over and over. Again, this is those side obliques that we're getting here. We're gonna bring it to center. Bring that block. We're gonna rest it right on the thigh. Hold here. 5, 4, right on your shins. I said thighs, right on your shins. 2, 1, straighten the legs out, hold the block. Take it back to the shin. And straighten the legs out again. Straighten the arms out. And rest. Arms overhead and rest. Shake it, wiggle the toes, wiggle the ankles, wiggle the wrists. Oh, take a moment here. We're gonna bend the knees. Take the feet as wide as your mat. So bend the knees, take the feet as wide as your mat. Go ahead and give your knees little windshield wiper rocks. Bringing it down on each side. Because we've done a lot of work here. So we just want to stretch our bodies out. Taking both knees up, go ahead and bring the knees in towards each other. Taking those toes, big toes down, pinky toes up. Again, keeping our arms up overhead. Maybe they're diamonds, maybe they're not. Taking one more full cycle of breath. Taking our knees up and go ahead and butterfly out your feet, taking the soles of the feet to touch. Butterfly out your knees, counter stretch here. I want you to just imagine your legs, your thighs, everything opening up, getting soft. If the feet start to push forward, that's okay, let them go. We're releasing tension from our bodies. Now, if you enjoy this pose, you're welcome to stay in this posture, and we'll take our Shavasana here. Maybe you'd like to just relax yourself here. You can do so, whatever feels good to you. If not, we're going to go ahead and just allow our bodies that opportunity to rest. So if you'd like to straighten your legs out, you can do that. Go ahead and straighten your legs out. Maybe bringing those arms up overhead, giving yourself a slight stretch. And then lower your body down. Whatever that feels to you. Giving yourself a moment. Again, coming back to your intention, back to your breath. Releasing tension from your toes, your ankles. Allowing your knees to soften. Uncurling your fingers. Releasing that tension from your hips, maybe even moving your legs so your spine come in contact with the mat as much as possible. Release your shoulders. Let them surrender into the mat. Unclench your jaw. Relax your tongue. Soften your eyes. Relax your head. As we come back to our breath, just imagine taking a nice deep breath in. Maybe you're smelling something nice. And on that exhale, let everything out. Open mouth. Allow your body to surrender a little bit deeper. And as you lie here in stillness, softening your body, thanking your body for hanging in there with you. Maybe you weren't sure if your body was going to move in that way or hold the posture, but you did it. So give thanks to your body. We don't know how strong we are until we actually say, you know what, I'm going to try it. And you miss 100% of the shots that you don't actually try to make. So you got to shoot your shot. Our bodies are so powerful. But what's the most powerful is our minds. Our minds can talk our bodies out of stuff. So we have to believe it first in our mind for our bodies to follow. As we continue to just sit here in silence and stillness, just getting our bodies ready for our day. Breathing in positivity, breathing in emotions, breathing in, clarity, breathing in, abundance, breathing in, achievement, maybe even smiling. Take another few breaths of silence. And as we bring awareness back into our bodies, this space, the room around us, wiggle your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest one at a time. And when you're ready, roll over to one side, cradle your head. And gently bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Placing those hands together at heart center. Thanking your body for one, showing up. Thanking yourself for committing to your practice and showing up today. And you know I thank you for being here and allowing me to be a part of your day. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you again live right here. Same time, same place. I wish you a great day. Take this energy with you off the mat and share it with others because energy is infectious. We want to share positive energy. Namaste. All right, I thank you so much for being a part of the class. Again, I want you to take this with you off the mat. Enjoy your day. Continue to be that vessel of energy, of light, spreading your joy like I know that you do. Because once you work out, especially first thing in the morning, you feel good. You want to share that energy. You want to keep it going. So continue to do that. I hope that you've seen all of your shout outs in the chat. And again, if you want to find out where I am in the world, because I'm always somewhere, right? You can always check me out on social media as well as connect with me. Leave me some shout outs. Of course, I'm going to connect right back. So hope to see you next week. Again, thank you again for watching. And I will see you next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye. All right, so we have completed another Saturday class. Again, I am here every Saturday, 8:30 Eastern. Even when I'm not live, I am making sure that I have a class for you. So that does not ever end. Every Saturday, 8:30 Eastern, there is a new class. Always something new. If you have any special requests, feel free to leave them below. I do take special requests. See you in the next one. Bye.